I spoke with a farmer who planted all of this corn you see here behind me the last week of April, and it should at this point have fully grown, and it's not even as tall as I am right now.
The day after I got through planting all of it, I got 1 inch of rain on it, and I didn't get any more rain till June, about the middle of June.
Harry Dupree has been farming for more than 40 years. He did have it fertilized in June, but there hasn't been enough rain to soak up all the fertilizer down into the ground. You can see white bits of fertilizer sitting at the base of these corn plants.
And the silk starts turning brown on it, and I got a little air like that right now, but the silk is already starting to turn brown.
Dupree says once the silk turns brown, that corn doesn't really grow anymore. He shucked one ear of corn to show me how the cob is too small and the corn hasn't even grown out to the end of the cob. I spoke with Zach Snipes, a horticulture expert with Clemson Extension. The heat and lack of rain equals disaster for a corn crop.
But typically from about mid-July to about mid-September is kind of our dead season because it is so hot and dry typically.
Even the crops that did successfully grow, the length of time they can be harvested is dramatically shorter.
What it did to us in the Lowcountry as far as fruits and vegetables go, typically we have a pretty long harvest window, but because it got so hot and dry, it shortened that window because plants started getting stressed. And so, instead of having a 6 or 8 week season on a crop, we were having, a 2 to 4 week season.
Fortunately, Dupree does have crop insurance, which will allow him to at least recoup some of his costs.
If you don't like farming, you won't farm. It's got to be in your blood or you're not going to do it. Because it's very expensive. Equipment is very expensive, and it's a big risk with the day like it is. As a young person, I don't see how they ever be able to farm.
Dupree tells me he plans to just try again next year. In the Courtsville area of Berkeley County, I'm Raymond Owens. Count on 2.